Ladies and gentlemen, HEX community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's HEX Update Saturday for March 7th, 2015. And this week here, we didn't have a whole lot announced, other than we have a huge, large stress test that happened today at the time of this recording this video. It has probably already done in past since it is now 7:22 p.m. Central Standard Time. So missed that one. Oops, and there's a reason for that. Let me just give you a little bit of information on why this video is actually coming out so late today. Most of you probably don't know, but outside of the computer world, I have a shop that's in the town where I work, and I do metal fabricating and things like that, welding, aluminum fabrication, doesn't matter. I have to get out of that shop. I have 30 days to get out. So today, I was notified of this on Thursday. I think it was Thursday. So today, Friday and today, since it's pretty nice out here where I live, so I took advantage of that to start moving some stuff out, and just recently got home. And now we're doing this video here. So I've been off the grid when it comes to HEX for the past couple days because I've been worried about that. I got to get my stuff out of there, get it home, and put it in my somewhat of a shop here. I don't have like a full-blown shop at my house, but it will soon become one. So that is why this is late today, and this is why I didn't know anything about the large tournament stress test that was going to happen today at noon Pacific time. So if you missed that, you know about it just as I did. So hopefully everything went well there. I'm taking that it didn't, given the next update that actually happened. We'll see. Well, no, it might have. It might have went, because that was just today. So who knows? Who knows? We'll see. So that was the large tournament stress test. Let me just go ahead and fire this up here. So this was supposed to take place today at noon Pacific, like I said, and it's just kind of like the stress test they've been running before. It was the Primal Sealed. You received the 2 Primal Shattered Destiny packs, the 4 regular Shattered Destiny packs. You build your own deck from it, just as it was in the past. So hopefully you guys got to participate in that. If not, oh well, there'll be more of them, I'm sure, in the future. Again, I did not participate in that because I was not here all day. The next update we have here is the HEX update. Arena opens March 10th. Can you believe it? March 10th. That's 3 days from now. What will that be? Is that going to be Tuesday? Interesting that it's going to release on a Tuesday, because a lot of things release on Tuesday. It's kind of like a national release day. If you're familiar with the movie industry, the rental world, I used to work at a movie rental place 20 years ago, maybe more. No, not quite 20 years ago. I was 17, so it wasn't quite 20 years ago. But all the new releases, all the new movies came out on Tuesday. A lot of new games release on Tuesday. So this is kind of cool that they're releasing this on Tuesday as well. Whatever. It's a good day to release stuff, I guess. So basically, this is the they're saying that the HEX Frost Ring Arena is coming March 10th, 2015. We'll post the launch schedule on Monday and continually update players throughout the process. Until then, you can check out these arena resources and check these out here. This is an overview of the new chat client, PvE cards, the arena guide, things like that. I'll link this in the description below so you guys can check that out. We're not going to go through them. And then they go on to say, huge thank goes out to the community for helping us test the arena experience and tournaments with no player cap. Lead engineer Chris Woods posted in the forums on Saturday covering what we've been learning and gaining from tournament testing over the last few months. And so they go here and they start to talk about what's actually happened. It's actually a really good read here. I'm debating whether or not to read it to you, so I'll read a couple lines here. It says, and I'm assuming this is Chris. He said, I wanted to jump in here and thank everyone for the help. Believe it or not, this test went very well. Honestly, I wouldn't believe that if I were me, which I am, so allow me to explain. For a while, we've had a very difficult problem with exponential growth on tournament servers. Essentially, every person who joins a queue is more taxing on the server than the previous one. This is why 8-mans run well, but the VIP is capped at 128. The cost to run a tournament is the number of people who entered squared. So an 8-person draft is 64 server points. They're calling this server points. This is just probably some type of measurement they came up with. But a VIP is 16, So it'd be 384 server points, despite only being 16 times larger. If we wanted to run a tournament with a mere 1,000 people, it would take 1,000,000 points. That's a lot. Way more than I ever got in Street Fighter. Whoever's writing this, like I said, I believe it's Chris Woods. So this actually sounds like a freshman exercise, but it turned out it was far more complex. There were a lot of layers to the tournament onion. The trouble we were facing on the live tournament servers was it would spawn a thread, a little process that does a little job and then terminates. So if you're familiar with programming and you know how certain things run on your computer, you have different threads that are just basically separate sub jobs from the main program that just spawn something and they do something, then they terminate. An example would be if you use Outlook or any email client. Let's just use Outlook for example. When your email goes and checks itself every so often, a thread spawns and checks its email. That's all that's doing there. So that's what they're talking about. It says the trouble that we're facing with live tournament servers will spread with a thread would spawn, a process does a little job and terminates for every user that joined. Once you make enough of these little guys, you end up deadlocking the CPU. It's like when you are trying to listen to conversations in a crowded room. If there are a few people talking, you can make out everything whoever you are chatting with says. Bounce up to 100 folks, and the background noise means you are really having to concentrate. Once you hit 1,000 other people yapping at each other, and well, you might as well be talking Swahili. So basically what they're talking about here is there's just some issues that were going on, and they've sorted out a lot of them, and they've kind of come down to a conclusion where it was the actual connection server holding everybody's connection to the actual tournament that deemed to be the problem. And so they are going to fix that easily, no problem at all there. It's kind of fun to read this stuff. I love reading what the server engineers and the programmers have to say all the time. You guys know this. So at the end of that there, they talk about the VIP tournament cap. It says on the topic of tournaments with no player cap, we're increasing the cap on VIP tournaments to 256. For those of you accustomed to overflow tournaments on high activity days, you should log in early and make sure you get in the first queue. There may not be an additional overflow tournament. So if you ever played in the VIP tournament, you know how quickly they can fill up. A lot of people try to get there early. You might want to try to get there even earlier. It doesn't mean you have to sit and wait. Just, join the queue, 4 or 5 hours earlier, leave, and then come back. You're going to be in the queue. They have a little information here about the 5 Shards tournament. The fourth in the Shard Cup tournament series is Sapphire Cup. It will happen March 14th and 15th. The tournament is free and players will compete for hundreds of booster packs as well as the first cash prize in the HEX tournament history. Exalted community member Colin is putting up $250 for the first place, $150 for second, and $50 for third and fourth. The tournament will also offer free door prizes that you can win just by participating. So you can find all about this tournament here at the 5 Shards website at 5shards.com. Spring ahead, it's daylight savings time here in California, US of A, this Sunday, March 8th. This means that the clocks are springing forward an hour. If you, I don't want to say celebrate daylight savings time. It's not celebrate, whatever it is. If you have to follow daylight savings time, this means your clocks are going to be going forward 1 hour. But now at Interact, they say the server time will reflect daylight savings time with Germany on Sunday, March 29th. So it'll be a while there. So large tournament stress test obviously was going to happen today. So they said, help us test this out, blah, blah, blah. And then they give us some PvE cards here for preview. For a final look at some of the arena cards, you can upgrade your dwarf deck with these 2 Tinkerers. And this one here is VB1311. It's a 2-cost, 2/2 artifact troop robot. He is unique and he's rare. And it says when VB1311 enters play, it gets one of the following at random. You get Flight, Spell, Shield, Steadfast, Life Drain, or Invincible, one of those. At random there, and then it says when a card you control transforms into an artifact, VB1311 gets +1/+1. Interesting. And then this guy here, the Construct Guild Underboss. The art looks very familiar. It almost looks like what is the card I'm thinking of? He's a red guy. Why can't I not think of it right now? What is that card? That is gonna drive me nuts. I just had him too. Just had him. Anyway, he's a 3-cost, 2/2 dwarf mage. When a card you control transforms into an artifact, ready it, then gain a charge. So those are kind of cool cards. I don't know if they're all, I wouldn't consider them great, but PvE is going to be a little bit different. So what the card actually is and does is going to be completely different in PvE than it would be to PvP. So we'll see. This dwarf and pot pair are playing the long game, but will their endless numbers even matter when the Volcanic Behemoth hits the arena floor? So the Volcanic Behemoth is a 6-cost, 3-threshold blood, 6/5, and he has Crush. It said at the start of your turn, bury the top card of target opposing champion's deck. Deal damage to each opposing champion and each opposing troop equal to the buried card's cost. Now that there is powerful. That would be wicked if that was an actual PvP card, but fortunately this is a PvE card. So I think that's a pretty cool, pretty neat card there. I like that one a whole heck of a lot. Way better than these two here. These are just too situational. You have to build a deck around artifacts, and I don't like having to build decks around certain types of cards. I like building decks around certain abilities a card has, but not certain types. So this Volcanic Behemoth is pretty stellar there. I like that one a lot. So outside of that, I mean, that's pretty much all we have for updates this Saturday. Like I said, I'll link both of these. I'll link this one in the description so you guys can check out these particular arena resources here. So let's go ahead and get to the pack opening for today. We're just going to do a normal pack, obviously, since it's not the last Saturday, but you know, congratulations to everybody who has won cards from the 3 previous primal packs, and from last week's, I'll go ahead and get those cards mailed out again as soon as the video is done with here. And I was really surprised there wasn't a lot of entries. I don't know if people don't like getting primal packs, or people are just tired of hearing me talk or giving cards away. I don't know. So I guess if they don't want free cards, that's entirely up to them. Maybe my videos are getting old. I don't know. So, look at that. We don't even have any packs. We have to go buy some. Oh my god. Alright. How much platinum we got? We got 1,265 platinum. So I guess we have to buy a couple packs. Let's just go ahead and buy... We'll buy 5 packs for 1,000. Sure, why not? Maybe we'll get lucky and get a primal pack. I doubt it. No. So. Didn't even have any packs. Crazy. Alright, open this one up here. What do we get? Can we get a decent legendary, or is it going to be a good rare? It would be awesome with a legendary, since we've given so many of those away with the primal packs. Just a rare, no big deal. I can see that the normal packs, you know, being not very much participation is fine, but the primal packs, I just don't get it. So, all right, what do we start here? Let's start with our commons. Let's go. We got Warbot Bunker, we have Underground Overdriver, and we have Feeding the Young Ones, Bastion of Adamant, Brutal Bonecracker, Mind Caller, Armatron, Rune Ear Burrower, Vanguard of Cerulia, Charge Hulk, and Darkspire Punisher for our commons. Our uncommons are Town Crier, Scrap Tech Brawler, and the Shard of Retribution. And for our rare, what do we have? Is it going to be a good one? Not bad. Agent of Mole. He is a 3-cost, 1-threshold Sapphire, 1/3 troop dwarf rogue. He has tunneling 3, and obviously you can tunnel him for 2. At the start of your turn, this is underground. Add a sabotage counter to this. When this attacks, add a sabotage counter to this. Create a booby trap for each sabotage counter on this, and put it into a random opposing champion's deck. It's okay, you know, that's a decent card. You put those sabotage cards in there, they're pretty cool. So not a bad rare, not the greatest, you know, but still not bad. So let's put that away there. Just a common chest, nothing big. So outside of that, let me know what your top 5 picks are from this week's just standard booster pack. If you like the video, go and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, go and click subscribe down below, and we'll have another video for you soon.